Or are you trying to make in and out at home, but better? Alright, let me show you how. First, get you a bowl of cold water. And make sure to scrub your potatoes. We want them extra clean. Chop it up and rinse off the starch until the water runs clear. You want them extra crispy. Now mince your onions. Cook it over medium heat. Add some salt to release the moisture. Some sugar to caramelize it. Butter. Water to help it cook faster with some W sauce. Just look at it. Get you some neutral oil. Now pat dry your fries just like that. Cook your fries on 300 for at least 3 to 5 minutes. Take them out, let them rest. Now over high heat, you want to sear your beef. You want that Maillard reaction. Add some salt, pepper, garlic powder, and chop it up like a chopped beef. Now it's time for your sauce. Get you some mayo, ketchup, sweet relish, some mustard, apple cider, and some honey, and some W sauce. I mean, one in light, so add in some chives and your onions. Mix it up. That's good. Fry your fries on 350 until golden brown. Salt them, assemble, and stay tuned. So tell me.
Mongolian beef ramen. Let's see if it's good. Couple beef strip loins, get them thinly sliced. We can season our beef with just a pinch of salt, some white pepper, an egg white, baking soda to help tenderize, and cornstarch. After 30 minutes, we can drop them into hot oil. 30 seconds and we're done. Now into a hot wok, we can add minced garlic and the whites of our green onion. Then throw in brown sugar, soy sauce, water. Once this comes up to a simmer, let's add a cornstarch slurry to help it thicken. Beef goes back in, along with our ramen noodles and green onion.
Yo, so I think it's time that you put those old baby shower meatballs down and try these jerk barbecue meatballs instead. I know that barbecue sauce, grape jelly, and the crock pot got us all in a chokehold, but these are a must try. The flavors out of this roll, let me show you how to get done. So I got a large bowl with a couple of ground meats in it. I'm using ground turkey and ground beef. You can use all ground turkey, all ground beef, whatever you want. I got some bell peppers, onions, some egg, some ginger, some garlic paste. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and add some cilantro paste. Hit it with plenty of jerk seasoning. Go ahead and add your favorite all-purpose seasoning. Shred some carrot directly into this. It's going to act as a natural sweetener. And then finish it off with some breadcrumbs. I actually like breadcrumbs that are soaked in milk, but I'm showing you guys that you could use these regular panko ones as well. Use your hands and give it a really good mix. Massage everything in together. And from there, I'm going to use this cookie or ice cream scoop, whatever you call it in your house. I call it a cookie scoop, but I ain't going to lie. Sometimes I be scooping the ice cream out too. But this is a way that you can get all the meatballs to be the same size, but scoop it out, roll it in your hand, and look, you got the perfect size meatball. Roll them all out and then put them on a parchment paper lined baking sheet. Next, into a large skillet, whichever one is the largest one you have, because there's a lot of meatballs. Go ahead and with some avocado oil once it reaches that medium high heat. Then get those meatballs in there and allow them to sear on each side for about 2 to 3 minutes. When I say sear, just trust that you got enough oil in there for them to sear off and look just like this. But once they do look like that, go ahead and give all of them a nice little flip over to the other side to let that side brown as well. Turn the heat down to low, put a lid on, and then move these to the side. Alright, so in another skillet, we're going to start working on the sauce. I got a couple tablespoons of unsalted butter. We got about a 1/4 cup of some honey. Yo, for everybody who was asking, yes, I changed my gloves after I messed with the meat, man. So when I went ahead and licked that honey, yes, the gloves were clean, like chill. All right, so add some barbecue sauce to that. I use some Sweet Baby Ray's, and then we're going on in here with some Walker's Wood jerk seasoning. Next, you want to go ahead and squeeze in some fresh lime juice. You're going to need the whole lime for this one, and then some pineapple juice, about 1/3 cup. Well, it depends how much sauce you're making, actually, because I probably use only about 1/4 cup, but get that all mixed up, everything well combined, and then the sauce is going to begin to thicken on its own. You should be letting this cook over a low heat and simmer. Then you want to go ahead and add all your meatballs that should be fully cooked at this point into your sauce. Then get everything all coated in that sauce. Mix everything up if you need to. Pour the sauce on top. Use whatever system you need to do to make sure that these meatballs is fully coated and they should look just like this. Now at this point, your kitchen's going to be smelling amazing. Everybody's going to want to try to come put their fingers in this pot and take them out. But plate them up, hit them with some more barbecue sauce. Then I top them off with some fresh chives, and I shredded even more carrot on top as well. If you don't want the carrot or the chives, just don't do it. You don't have to tell me in the comments unless you want to, but it's probably not going to get answered. But look, these were the truth. I'm telling you, the flavor is there. I need you guys to try these out and let me know when you do. And you already know, it's a wrap.
If you got some day-old rice sitting in the fridge, let me show you what to do with it. Shrimp fried rice with homemade yum yum sauce. It's better than your local hibachi. First, dice half an onion, peel and dice a whole carrot, slice some green onions, and mince some fresh ginger. Season 20 shrimp with the blend you see on the screen, and crack and beat 3 whole eggs. Now add some oil to a hot wok, scramble your eggs, and put them to the side. This is key. No one likes a mushy fried rice. Add your shrimp in and cook those for about 3 minutes. Put them to the side and add your ginger, onions, and carrots. Add your green onions and 2 cups of day-old rice, followed by sesame oil and soy sauce. Now add your eggs and shrimp back in, mix, and salt to taste. For your yum yum sauce, add the ingredients on the screen, and if you love a good fried rice, make sure you save this one for later. It was so easy.
There's not many things better than a good potato. We're making loaded broccoli and cheese potato boats. Let's get into it. We're going to clean and pat dry potatoes and lightly coat in oil. Lightly sprinkle on some salt, and we're going to bake these at 350 Fahrenheit for an hour to an hour and a half or until done. Once done, we're going to slice off a thin layer off the top of the potato. Then remove the insides of the potatoes and add to a bowl. Leave some inside so we can maintain the structure of the potato. To our potatoes, we're going to add in melted butter, heavy cream, sour cream, salt, black pepper, and garlic powder, chives, steamed broccoli. Add in our cheese and mix everything well. Add our potato filling back to our potatoes. Add some cheese on top. Add some smoked paprika. And then bake these at 375 Fahrenheit for 15 to 20 minutes. And there you have it. Try it out and enjoy.
If you want to make something for dinner, try these garlic butter steak bites. Let's get into it. Slice our steak into about 1-inch cubes. They should look something like this. Coat our steak with a little bit of olive oil. Season with salt, black pepper, and garlic powder. In a hot cast iron skillet, add in some oil. When our oil is hot, add in our steak. Cooking time will depend on your preference. I like to cook these for about 1 minute on each side, then 30 seconds to 1 minute on each side. Once our steak is done, remove from skillet, slightly reduce heat, and add in butter. Once our butter is melted, add in diced shallots with salt and black pepper and cook for about a minute. Add in fresh rosemary, thyme, and garlic and cook for about 30 seconds. Add in our steak bites with Worcestershire sauce and toss in the garlic butter for a couple minutes. And there you have it, garlic butter steak bites. Try it out, and I hope you enjoy.
Cheeseburger sliders with some burger sauce. I've been craving these for days. Let's make them. First, I diced and sauteed an onion. Add in your ground beef. Cook the meat all the way through, and then I'm soaking up the meat with a paper towel. This is much easier and much quicker. And y'all already know I'm seasoning my meat with Dano's seasoning and just a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. And onto the burger sauce. I'm really guesstimating these measurements, but I'm using mayo, ketchup, mustard, relish, garlic, and of course Dano's seasoning. Mix that up really well and set aside. I have some brioche slider buns that I cut in half. I'm adding American cheese and just stuff it with your meat. Top it with more cheese. Looking back, I wished I would have added more cheese, but it's all good. I baked these at 350 for 10 minutes. Brushed the top with a little butter. Try this out, guys. Let me know what you think.
Welcome back to my series of recipes you should master in your 20s, where I show you guys some good recipes that I think you should master while you're in your 20s. And because it's Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, I want to show you guys some good Asian inspired recipes that I thoroughly enjoy. You can definitely omit the shrimp if you want, but I wanted some in there. I just added salt, pepper, garlic, and basil to mine. And into my mortal pesto goes a ton of garlic, because I'm a garlic girl, some Thai chili pepper, shallot, and salt to help break this all down. And I had to really put in some arm work to get this into a fine paste, but we did it. Well, kind of. But anyway, now I'm going to get my wok super hot, like smoking hot. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil and then saute my shrimp until just like so. And then I'm going to set that all aside. Now, the star of this show is this delicious sauce. I'm going to put all the ingredients I use on the screen, but keep in mind you can honestly adjust this to your preference. Now, just set that aside, and I'm going to heat my wok back up to medium-high heat, add some olive oil, and I'm going to saute this paste for about 1 minute to 2 minutes. Then in goes white onion, shallot, and I'm going to saute that for about 2 to 3 minutes. Now I'm going to scramble in my eggs. I kind of undercooked these, but honestly, it doesn't really matter that much. But once those are done, you can add in your rice. I have basmati, and then I have cauliflower rice. And if you want to keep this low carb, you can honestly put all cauliflower rice. Now I just added in my sauce. I ended up adding more soy sauce and hoisin, and then I added my cooked shrimp and finished off with my Thai basil. It's going to wilt really quickly, so make sure that's your last step. Serve and enjoy. And comment some Asian recipes you want to see me try.
Crispy pork belly. Does the jacquard do the job? Let's find out. Pierce the skin with the jacquard. Salt your skin. In the fridge, uncovered, overnight. The next day, the skin's nice and dry. Jacquard again. Olive oil. And a good layer of salt. Flip it over. Score the meat. And season. Place skin side up and into the air fryer. half an hour, it's time to remove. Sounds pretty crunchy to me.
I've been wanting to try the viral grilled cheeseburger from Five Guys for a while, but I haven't had the chance to, so I decided to make my own, and it was so good and tasty. Here's how I made it. I seasoned my ground beef with onion powder, garlic powder, Cajun seasoning, and steak seasoning. I formed them into patties and cooked them on both sides for about 6 to 8 minutes or until fully cooked. Next, I added some onions and Worcestershire sauce, soy sauce, garlic, salt, and pepper, and I let them cook for about 8 minutes. For my burger sauce, I used mayonnaise, ketchup, sweet relish, a tiny bit of vinegar, and some sugar. I let it sit in the fridge for 30 minutes. Next, I placed my bun upside down and I added a burger patty. I added some cheese, another burger patty, more cheese, caramelized onions, and my top bun. To a pan, I melted some butter and I added my burger to that pan. And I let it cook on both sides for about 2 minutes.
All right, so the other day I combined two of my favorite things, Mexican street corn and chicken wings. You guys got to trust me. Meet me in the kitchen. Let's make it happen. Starting the party off with a simple marinade. We just need some hot sauce and buttermilk. Let that sit in the fridge for an hour. For the sauce, we need some mayo, sour cream, the juice of 1 lime. Hopefully your lime is as juicy as mine. Now we're going to add a little pinch of white sugar, plus some tahini and AP, 1 teaspoon of garlic paste, some fresh cilantro, and about a half cup of cotija cheese. Give that a mix to combine and set that aside until we need it later. We're using my seasoned flour for this recipe. You can get yours at MrMakeItHappen.com. Take those wings out of the buttermilk and into the seasoned flour. From the seasoned flour into some 350-degree oil until they're golden brown and beautiful like so. Once the wings are fried to perfection, we're going to roll them around in that sauce because why the hell not? We're here for a good time, not a long time. Plate this up with some extra cotija cheese, tahini, and some cilantro. Brace yourself for a trademark money shot. Say it with me, guys. Looking good. Everything you need is in the caption. Now it's your turn to make it happen.
Tonight for dinner, we had these cheesy chicken crunch wraps. The college years kind of ruined Taco Bell for me, but I still love crunch wraps, and they're really easy to make at home. To make these, I started by cubing up a pound of chicken, cutting out the weird spots, and I threw that in a bowl with some olive oil and the seasonings I have listed below. Then that's going to get shook up just like the Yin Yang twins said to, and we're going to cook it on the griddle over medium heat and a little bit of butter. Once that's got a nice golden color and we're sure it's not going to kill anybody, we're going to pull that chicken off and start building the crunch wraps. For that, we're using these extra grande tortillas because they're big enough to hold the whole crunch wrap, and that's going to go on the griddle for just a minute so it's easier to work with. Once I've got that heated up, for the bottom layer, it's going to get a drizzle of chipotle sauce, some freshly shredded cheddar, and a big spoonful of that chicken. Then we're going to insert our tostada ceiling and start building that second story with a layer of sour cream, shredded lettuce, and diced tomatoes. With this size tortilla, there's no need for another tortilla on top, so all that's left to do is pinch and fold the sides until you've got yourself a little tortilla hexagon. Once it's folded up, it goes on the griddle until it's nice and golden on both sides, and it's time to eat.